Alright, what's going on, guys? It's probably a loud clap. I had some technical difficulties, but everything should be fine now, and I'm not getting any warnings, and I just did a test game and I wasn't getting lag, so I think I fixed my internet. Cool. Either way, what we were doing is I'm doing an episode on heavy splatling, because my buddy Sitri wants to learn splatling. My cat also just got into my room. And, what's up, buddy? And, now, as we were talking about a few things. We were talking about how Remix is, in my opinion, ignoring Zimmy, which is the best Splatling technically, but as far as these long-range Splatlings go, I think Remix is the best, followed by Hydra, followed by Custom Hydra, followed by Other. And they're all really good. This one in particular is nice because the wall makes it a lot easier to learn how to use these Splatlings. It also happens to take really good advantage of its kit. While Ink Strike, it's one of the few weapons where Ink Strike's really not a hindrance because it just happens to be in locations where it can use Ink Strikes to support its teammates in front of it, and it also like has the wall to make those even safer, as opposed to something like a Wasabi that's like too far forward to use Ink Strike properly, etc., etc., etc. Pretty much with this gun, compared to Chargers, you're going to be painting a lot more, painting for teammates more, putting up walls to be safe, and putting up walls for your teammates, as opposed to Remix, which like uses the sprinkler to get even more map control, and it spams away a little bit more. This gun is really good if you're going into solo queue compared to some of the other heavies because of the wall, and pretty much what I was showing was like the 101 of like movement with a Splatling. So we're going to go ahead and go into the firing range here. And now I'm going to hold my controller weirdly. Okay, so let me just get some ink on the ground where I just messed up my camera, just so I can demonstrate this. Okay, cool. Now, with a Splatling, well, actually, let me do normal camera controls for a second. With a Splatling, the way a lot of beginners use Splatling and why it was considered bad in the end is because this is how using a Splatling looked when no one knew what the hell they were doing. This is what it looked like. I am using a Splatling. Let me use my range and my run speed. Yeah, that's bad, don't do it. The way that you want to be using a Splatling is going to look like a normal gun. You're going to be swim strafing around. There's no reason not to swim strafe. Yes, the run speed helps. Yes, the run speed can be useful. Yes, full charges can be useful. You will often get yourselves in situations where you have the full charge and you can like shoot around the corner and get somebody, etc. These situations will happen. You're going to be full charging a lot when you're painting for teammates, but in combat it's different. Now this weapon gets a wall, so it's pretty easy to swim strafe, and also when you have your wall up you can go for longer charges to kill people, like that's good. But for the most part you're going to be swim strafing like this, and swim strafing like this takes different inputs than it does for like something like 10 attack. Okay, so if I just, you know, randomly go where the heck is whatever, this is splatter shot. With this weapon, I'm holding down the left trigger and I'm swimming around and I'm pressing the right trigger whenever I want bullets to come out and I'm continuing to move. Okay, this is basic shooter movement, right? I can swim straight around, etc. You know, this is how swim strafing looks like with a shooter. You know, you're kind of like moving around a lot. You're never really firing too many bullets at a time. You're always adding some kind of movement. You can't do this input with a Splatling. So if we go back to the heavy and try this kind of input, moving around, holding the left trigger, pressing the right trigger to shoot, what happens? One bullet comes out and I go back to swimming as soon as I let go of the trigger. So what you have to do is you have to hold down the trigger to start charging and then let go to shoot. And you have to go back and forth between those. And your hands will kind of come into this pattern that I'm going to try to show on the webcam. Let's see what I can do here. Alright, so, cool. This is my left hand, this is my right hand. I think it's swapped for you guys because, you know, webcam stuff. But, normally you're holding down the left trigger, so that's this over here, and you're swinging around and you're hitting the right trigger whenever you want to fire. Doesn't work with Splatlings. Doesn't work with any of the Splatlings. What you want to do instead is you kind of do this wave motion where hold swim, hold fire, let go of swim, let go of let go of fire, okay? Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And you go through this wave motion where you start holding the triggers, moving from left to right, and then you let go of the triggers, moving from left to right to fire. So charging, you go from left to right, holding. Firing, you go from left to right, letting go. And what you want to do is just go into training mode and practice this motion. So you know, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And you can do it a little bit faster, and a little bit faster, and faster, until you figure out speeds. And I'll go back to normal camera movement until you know you this left, right, left, right, left, right, until you start to become comfortable knowing how long you have to charge. And if you're learning this gun, you really should focus on just practicing this maneuver a lot. Like if you're going in the turf war, or you have an alternate account or whatever, just try to do this more than what's needed, just to get used to doing it. Now with mini Splatlings, you can do it really fast. If you've seen my Zimmy movement, you see how I move around like it's an SMG. This is a little bit slower, but you have the range and you have the wall to make up for it. So that is kind of like the 101 of Splatling movement, and that's very important. If you want to learn this weapon, in order to function, especially up close, you have to be able to swim straight. You have to, and that's why I like movement speed on this. Now there are two, they're pretty much two builds for Splatlings that are generally viable, at least for the heavies. Either all movement speed, or a little bit of run speed, and all like ink efficiency. And I assume that's what Frank's gonna like to use. I like the swim speed because it lets me kite, it lets me be better in combat, and I add this damage because the worst thing for me with Splatling is having defense screw me over. I know that because this amount of damage is the exact amount that you need to prevent 3 mains and 9 subs from making you 5-shot. You're probably not going to see that often, right? And the reason I do it anyway is because I want full confidence that 4 bullets is always going to kill. And sometimes you get a 3-shot that's nice. I know there's different damage values that you want for 3 shots, but that's not what I'm going for here. I'm going for 100% confidence that I never even need to think of the possibility of getting a 5-shot. Okay? Fall off damage is a little bit different, I know. Getting 3 shots is a little bit different, I know. But I'm down to, instead of having 3 subs or whatever it ends up being to kind of deal with normal defense values, I'm totally fine with having the extra sub just to be 100% confident. What's going on, Danny? How you doing? Also, guys, just let me know if there's any quality issues in my stream, because I was having some problems this morning and I'm using new settings, so I just want to make sure that everything's fine. So if you guys can like kind of give me like a heads up on how my quality is, am I dropping frames, which I shouldn't be, is like the screen pixelating, is anything bad happening, just let me know. Yeah, if you want to join, you can. I may not stay in every turf war, but yeah, I'm going to demonstrate heavy Splatling, hopefully, for you guys. We're going to play some turf war. And this is a nice rotation for doing this, because we have camp that's a pretty decent map for this. You know, the wall is good, the range is good, etc. And then we also have Anchovy, which is a little bit more compact, so we can see a little bit more of the... Oh, what's up, Frank? We can see a little bit more of the close range stuff at work. And yeah, I got all you guys joining now, so I better do well. It won't be that good of a video for teaching Frank if I just die to Frank over and over again. But yeah, hopefully this ends up being a pretty good demonstration of heavy Splatling, because this game is or this weapon is pretty fun. And unfortunately, I have a bunch of chargers. But yeah, something that you'll often be doing with this gun is just trying to paint as much as possible for teammates. Which I can't really do this game because I have fucking 2 chargers and a carbon deco. So where's the carbon deco? Let's try to help him out. No idea where he's at. And again, you see I'm going for these full charges while I'm trying to paint like this. but in combat I won't be doing that. Oh boy. There's Dr. Pants. Oh shit, someone got behind us. Yeah, so I'm definitely leaving this lobby. Don't want to lobby with like 4 chargers and a Splatling. But if I could potentially, no, the carbon deca is just somewhere crazy. So yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna get aggressive just because I'm actually like the only person who really can safely get aggressive. Right there, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, where you get close and you don't full charge. Now we're going to go ahead and not get a wall up there. Strike over here where my teammate's about to go. Just start giving people the business. There we go. There's a long range kill on Frank. Frank is Dr. Pants. Sitri is Dr. Pants, by the way. Aha, your identity's ruined. I suspect there's a person nearby. I don't know. And this is a map where, you know, getting this fan area is really useful. This is a weapon that can definitely hold it because you have the range, you have the kind of the firepower, the oh my gosh, you have the ability to tell people screw off. And again, you can see I'm getting in these close range situations, and I'm getting a few shots off, and I'm moving. You're not really trying to. Ooh gosh. Yeah, regular jet is inferior, and I used to think that like it could compete, but this weapon's just better than regular jet, straight up. And but yeah, like don't have a desire. This isn't a charger, so don't have this desire to like get a charge and then just instantly murder someone. Like that's not how this gun works. Like it is a gun, like a normal gun, in that like it shoots multiple bullets. So you don't have to get perfect 4 shots or get complete kills every time you charge. That's just not how it works. I'm gonna back out of this lobby, by the way, because I want because realistically, where you're gonna be using, there's 2 ways that you'll be using a Splatling. You'll use a Splatling. You'll use a Splatling on. Let me just type it in chat so you guys know. You use it on a team where you have an E-leader and a Splatling, or you have 2 Splatlings, and then you have like 2 like close range, like well actually for 2 Splatlings like the kind of like a Kairos thing where you have 2 Splatlings that are trying to get as much map control as possible, and then 2 like close range kind of slider weapons that are trying to take advantage of that map control. But most likely, you'll see a Splatling on a team where you're using a Splatling instead of a charger in a very, very aggressive manner, where the 3 aggressive weapons are just trying to, like, you know, quick response stealth jump, painting weapons, bombs, push up as much as possible, and then you have the Splatling just spraying everywhere, controlling the map, all that kind of stuff, to like make that like that forward map control and like dominance or whatever. So that's going to be different than the charger in that you're not trying to like get these like just single instant kill. Oh my fucking god, really? The same god. How many chargers do they have? Well, at least it's not triggerfish, right? At least it's a regular. Wait, is it a regular carbon? Can't tell. And again, this is like this kind of like I'm far away kind of thing, so I get to use. Oh man, you killed me. You kind of get to use like the full charges, although I was kind of dumb in how I went about that. And I don't even know what this guy's doing over here, but yeah, let's see if I can be the aggressor, which is nice because this weapon can be a little bit more flexible than others at times. And that you can kind of play the aggressive role when you need to, whereas sometimes E-leader has trouble doing that. And I think this is, yeah, that's okay. that again. What the fuck is that wall? That's pretty good. Sorry, there's not really much going on right now. It's just I'm on a non-functional team. Hang on, I'll be. I mean, maybe I don't have to leave this lobby because if they don't have a charger, and there's a possibility that one guy will leave, I don't need to worry about it being really stupid. The next game. But if this other charger doesn't leave, I'm definitely going to be dipping out because I don't want to be in lobbies where it's just a bunch of E-leaders and I can't show you how this weapon's actually supposed to be used. Alright. Yeah, that was kinda dumb. Alright. Also, Ross, if I keep getting in lobbies where it's just like 9,000 E-leaders and me, I'm gonna have to ask you to like stop at least joining with E-leader, because if I'm having problems with like there being too many E-leaders in my lobby and there's always an extra E-leader following me around, it's not gonna work. But alright. So we're in another lobby here. So let's see how this works out. At least team comp wise, but I'll try to not focus on the lobbies being. Oh, so this is good. Okay, so this is a nice comp. So this has the 3 close range weapons that are probably going to be really aggressive. Me, you know, supporting them from like a backline position. So this is pretty nice. There we go. All right, got taken out by that slasher. Good on him. Actually, we got flanked by a roller who killed everybody. Oh, nope, our teammate got him. Oh, not that guy, though. So where'd that guy go? I'll try to paint for this person, because I have no idea where that carbon deco is. How's this guy alive? Just walk through bullets, alright. There we go, he's dead. Let's paint for these guys, get control in mid here. That's unfortunate, but now he's gonna end his Kraken and I'm gonna get this wall up. Yep. Ooh, okay. Nice kill, buddy. Jump to these guys, let's converge on right side. Get R-Fan. Getting R-Fan is super important. I think there's a junior, so I do gotta be careful here. There's a CRB underneath me. Oh, okay. Teammate body blocking me almost got me killed, but yeah, this guy can't do the same thing over and over again. I'm gonna punish him. I'm gonna go help my teammates out now. We have this side of the map, so this is where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be behind them, just spraying ink. Nice kill by my teammate there. Sneak up, and then I'm going to ink strike over here and watch right. Oh no, I'm gonna deal with this guy left. Got that guy, nice. Oh boy. Ooh, damn. Nice kill by my nozzle nose. Nozzle nose is such an awesome weapon. Fortunately, he gets killed by a bubble, from what I could hear. Got that kill there. Alright, so that was a little bit better. Hopefully that kind of like showed how I was trying to like kind of stay behind people and then paint for them. And then I have like the wall to throw up to like protect myself while I'm painting. And then like, you know, like if they're gonna, my teammates are gonna move forward somewhere where I can't paint, I just launch an ink strike where they're gonna go. That's like a big thing about like how this gun actually like can utilize ink strike well, is that like if your teammates are ever gonna go somewhere where you can't paint for them, there's your ink strike. And you're safe, you got your wall up, etc., etc. It's nice. Yes, I'm going to the bathroom real quick because I just drank a lot of coffee. Alright, this is a fun lobby. Yo, what's going on, Mullen? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? We're waiting for people to join this lobby that apparently doesn't have people joining. There's somebody. I'm playing vanilla heavy because Frank wants to learn it. I was earlier kind of showing off like the way that you have to like use your trigger fingers to like you have to do button inputs differently with Splatlings. And I showed a little bit of that, and then talked about builds. You either want to go like all movement speed or run speed and like all ink efficiency, and I like to put a little bit of damage in there because I don't like ever having to deal with 5 shots, and one main, one sub just gets rid of all 5-shot potential at close range. And then kind of talking about how Splatling fits into aggressive team comps for like painting and the heavy in particular. It's like you paint, you paint, you paint, you paint. You do everything you can to paint, and then like paint where your teammates are going. Try to get like assists and kills and picks and stuff like that. Use your wall to make yourself safe, make your teammates safe. And if your teammates are ever pushing up somewhere where you can't shoot, just that's when you launch your ink strike. All right, and I'm the only one up right now. It's an Exuka. Here's like some examples of when a full charge can be nice. Got that guy. Flank coming. That is the other heavy. Buddy painting right there. Okay. Get the this wall up. Oh boy. Aw, damn. I kind of played that. Vanilla heavy. Vanilla heavy. Well, obviously, you know it's vanilla heavy, not vanilla mini. Frank wanted to learn this because he... Like, alright, so heavy can exist on an E-liter heavy comp. Because Frank doesn't like how he goes into... that guy had cracking again. Frank doesn't like how he goes into matchmaking and ends up having to deal with getting E-liters on his team. And a Splatling and an E-liter can function better. And then also... Bitch. And then also a Splatling can be by itself with like 3 shooters, blasters, whatever. So that's really good. I'm going to push up really far forward here because we just got a wipe, and that's awesome. Okay, there, that was nice. This will punish. Let's paint street, that's good. Let's get up here. Let's get up here, he said. Yeah, I didn't do quite as much as the I kind of like just like kind of, I don't know, went for like stragglers that game. GG Winky Face. Oh, you spelled it wrong. Just, the GG is capital, the rest of it's lowercase. Kind of like oh, you like pump it up. That would be cool if they make a like a pump up gun where it's like you and then like shoot like a beam, something like that. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully I can provide a little bit better of the kind of stuff that, you know, I think I should. I was at the beginning of the game, you know what I mean? Like I was doing like the painting of the walls and like extracting stuff like that. But yeah, really core concepts is just learning how to swim strafe with Splatlings because you're gonna need to do it. The whole like paint for teammates, try to like get picks for teammates and stuff like that. And once they put, and you're being aggressive, so you're trying to move that wall forward, like that force forward. And once your teammates start to push into a place where you can't directly shoot at that moment, just ink strike it. Or when you think it's going to happen, just ink strike it right before it happens. And like that's really good support because that's actually good use of ink strike. It's good use of your kit, etc. So that's good. And again, like this kind of stuff does apply to other Splatlings as well. Some of them are a little bit different, obviously. But like I said before, I think the remix is the best. I think custom Hydra's good underneath that, and then after that, it's just other as far as like the long range Splatlings go. And the Hydra isn't really the same as this. The Hydra is more for like posting up and getting the long range picks and putting on the pressure. It's more like E-liter in that like it's threatening you with death and holding you back for control, whereas like the heavy Splatlings paint a lot, and they get more in your face, or they have the ability to get more in your face when the time comes. Swim strafing is just using swimming to strafe. A strafe is movement in combat that makes you hard to hit, either offensively or defensively. Oh my god. Alright, so I'm just actually gonna go this way. Actually, they can't fucking shoot across the bridge. Why do I even care? Alright, I'm just doing that just to get them feeling pressured, and then I'm going over this bridge. Oh, fuck, I was stuck. That might have been our teammate Singsuka. That was our teammate Singsuka. There was a good use of wall. You see how that was very Gal-like, where I anticipated the fight, so I threw the wall and used that to get that temporary advantage while we both made contact. You know what I mean? Like, as combat started, I gave myself an advantage. So, oh boy. Damn. What's going on, Boo? Yeah, Vanilla Heavy and Remix are both awesome. Like, Vanilla Heavy has the oftentimes safer painting because it has wall and it can be a little bit more aggressive. And then it has ink strikes, which are really nice for paint control. The Remix has the sprinkler, which is awesome for paint control, and it spams those whales a lot, which aren't as good for paint control, but like obviously like whale spam is good, especially on a lot of maps like where like whale spam is definitely a thing, like this one or port and stuff like that. Like Remix is great, but it's also funny that maps where Remix is good are also maps where Heavy just happens to be good because alright, those people have died. I just ink striked over there just to make sure to get anyone going to the right. But yeah, it's just that it's funny that Remix and Vanilla Heavy are both good on a lot of the same maps because they're like they both do the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just coincidental sometimes that it's like, oh, well, you know, walls are good here. Oh boy. Ah, there's my jump. Being able to jump while using Splatlings is another skill that becomes important over time. The thing I've been doing recently is substrafing. Like that's my newest venture into like improving with my movement, but it's definitely important to be able to jump in combat whenever you want to. Do cheeky stuff like protect with a wall. Yeah, exactly. The wall ink strike thing is great because it's like with Vanilla Heavy, you have like the walls up when you need them for protection. You can use them for teammates as well. You can do the gal kind of stuff, and then also it's like if you want to help your teammates with an ink strike, but it may not be 100% safe, you can go to a corner, throw up the wall, get behind the wall, fire off the ink strike, and then, you know, sometimes you can even jump to that person that you just ink strike next to because you just made them safe with the ink strike. I've done stuff like that. That's a little bit risky. Usually you want to like go for like a more like safe, not risky play. You know, go for the play where it won't like fuck you up real bad if like risk happens. But you know, you can do stuff like that, or you can ink strike while you're running away, and your teammates have a safe spot set up for you. You can put up the wall, ink strike, and jump out. That kind. Oh crap! Let me join back the lobby. That stuff is super fun. I don't really know what to say about Heavy Deco. I mean, Heavy Deco, you know, it's funny because people used to think that Custom Jet was bad because Heavy Deco was better, and I think that Heavy Deco isn't a worse Custom Jet. It's just that Heavy Deco is a worse Remix or Vanilla Heavy. It's just it is one of the best point sensor users, and it does but it doesn't have the light depletion on the Kraken, and it just yeah. Then again, Custom Jet is a little gear dependent, but Custom Jet is also way better on land than it is online. Yeah, what Frank said. I mean, I feel like the Custom Jet the difference between Custom Jet online and offline thing is a little bit. It's being said maybe a little bit too much. Like people might like lose sight of what actually the difference is. But yeah, no, Custom Jet is definitely really good online, and its biggest problem is definitely online play, because its ability to stay alive, its ability to punish with burst bombs and stuff like that. I thought I said hi, Boo. Sorry, I saw you. I definitely thought hi. But what's going on, Boo? Yeah, I'm doing heavy stuff. Oh my god. Well, this is a pretty decent, actually, I should have probably gone wall. Well, someone else should have gone wall. The thing about heavy is that it's like absolute like wall control. You know what I mean? Like the heavy gets up walls and it breaks down walls. And it's a really safe user of walls, and it's a really safe destroyer of walls. Oh my god. See, stuff like that is awesome. Like you'll get kills like that with heavy. Also, like I said, I feel like vanilla heavy is the best at kind of like temporary slaying rolls when the situation arises, compared to remix and maybe deco. I mean, deco does get the Kraken, which is pretty nice. Also, another thing, when you're charging on a bridge, you can tap the swim button and let go of the trigger with the right timing to kind of this person's not noticing. Oh god, not enough room, not enough way. Oh god. Hydra would have gotten that. Actually, I probably could have gotten that kill if I had positioned myself slightly differently. No, I can't though. He's definitely going to position himself better. I'm actually going to back up. Strike for these guys. Aw, oh, damn, one of them died. And also, don't forget that ink efficiency builds are a thing too. So if you feel like kind of running low on ink a little bit more than maybe your playstyle would want, main, subsaver, ink recovery, like stuff like that's good. I think it's the main and subsavers that tend to be good on vanilla and remix. It's definitely different on heavy deco. I don't think heavy deco really wants to use savers. Oh boy. There you go, Frank. Yeah, on land, the custom jet, custom jet, the best custom jets that there've ever been have all been ones that play like bitches and get picks and punish people, and that kind of stuff doesn't work as well online. Like if you look at Paradise, for example, he played like that all the time. And when you're playing online, when you're playing like a bitch and running away, laggy people can kill you in the past and it catches up to you, if that makes sense. That's like the latency thing, and that sucks. And then also like using burst bombs, like when people are punishable for custom jet, you throw the burst bomb, you get them stuck in ink, and then you just kill them with one shot. And where you get like the 2-shot up close and stuff like that. And the burst bombs not painting right away on other people's screens because of like latency and lag and stuff like that takes away that punishing ability. You know what I mean? So it's and then, you know, like the custom jet kind of has relatively slow moving bullets, and you got to hit people at long range. There's like the shot lead and stuff, and like little jitters and movement can just completely throw a wrench in that. It's really susceptible to that kind of lag too. So it's just custom jet has those problems online, but those problems aren't there on LAN, which is why like when we played Splatoon on LAN, people have like done really well with custom jet. People that would normally play pro or maybe custom range blaster have played jet instead, because it has like this kind of presence. You know, DJ's one of those people. Dude was playing it on LAN. I mean, DJ and Dude are the first two people to come to mind. Then Frank as well. Frank did really good with custom jet on LAN. He got to top 8 with Squidstorm, and they had to fight us a little early. And there was definitely some other teams in that bracket where if they had fought them, they could have gotten the extra step. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. When every tournament's online, it's not that viable. But when we do the LAN stuff, the custom jets definitely, you know, they come out swinging. I mean, Misha, that's kind of like how you want to play with it. Like what you're trying to do with jet is like you and your teammate exist, and your teammate goes up to get some kills. Maybe they get, you know how like a lot of times like people like a tentacle ren, they'll get a kill and then they'll get a trade, right? They'll get a double, but then they'll trade. You're the person, or maybe they'll get a double and they'll get a kill and then someone else kills that person. The custom jet is the person that makes it so like whenever those kind of tussles happen, that person that maybe that remained alive on the other team always gets killed. You know what I mean? It's just like you kill like when you're fighting the jet, it's like every time I kill someone, the jet just fucking kills me. Like that's how you want people to feel. That's the kind of stuff that makes jet, um, you know, work well the way it does. And here's a good fun team comp, because this is the kind of thing I was talking about before. A charger and a splatling. Hey, it's still viable. So it's like, you know, you're searching in solo queue or whatever, and you have like the whole charger on your team problem. Oh my god, that was crazy. You know, you don't need to worry about having the charger on your team when you're splatling, because you can, like that, the charger splatling team comp works. Again, you know, you do have to rely, it's solo queue, so you're going to have to rely on strangers playing the matchup with you properly, which is a funny thing to use the word rely in that context. But see, we got that person. See how I just painted and his options were completely fucked because my teammates were there? That's the kind of stuff you want to do with the painting aspect of this weapon. Oh, gonna hold fan, yep. Where are my teammates? Here's one of the situations I can't paint where they are, so I'm just gonna strike. Here's the gal-like use, and there we go. See, I put up the gal, I paint, my teammate runs in and gets a kill. Like this is like the kind of stuff you want to be seeing with heavy. You know, this kind of teamwork stuff. It really lends itself well to this kind of teamwork because it has the range to do it for a teammate from multiple angles. And this is also the reason why for Splatoon 2, if my bomb range stuff isn't available, I'm probably just gonna play Splatlings. Like honestly, this is like, I'm probably gonna play Splatlings anyway. You know, start anew, and like I've talked about this in the past. Fuck Jazzy. I've talked about this in the past, but like I feel like at heart I am probably a charger, but I never was good enough with chargers to actually have some legs to stand on and start improving. But playing Zimmy over time has gotten me good with Splatlings, where like now I can make the jump. You know what I mean? I can actually, like, I'm good enough with Splatlings in general to start playing this weapon class and do good with them, which is like awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and not die to Frank. Also, I think, oh god, I got see. I think this match, I've shown a couple of the situations where I do like the gal-like stuff up close, where I've done the swim strafing to kill someone or punish someone. Like that's the kind of stuff that you'll see yourself doing once you get good enough at the movement, where like if someone gets up close, you can maneuver and get the kill, or you can, you know, if there's someone up that you want to rush, you can throw the wall up and like go in there and kill the guy. Like, you know, like the 52 thing, where the 52, like, you're just chilling there, and all of a sudden a wall goes up in your face, and the 52 jumps around the corner and just kills you. Like, you can do that kind of stuff with heavy. That makes it really good. And they had a DC. Damn. That game, Jasmine's right in the place, right time to kill you first. Yeah. Especially when you don't have when you're missing a teammate. But for the sake of watching the stream to learn, you guys also saw how a lot of stuff, it was just like, I was making sure that I was helping that person be in the right place at the right time, or I was like providing pressure so that Jasmine could just run up without having to like try much. Like that kind of stuff is good. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing it with the Splatling and you're making it so your teammates just seem to be coincidentally in the right place at the right time because you're laying down the paint and putting down the pressure and doing like the, you know, like the I'm going to like put up a wall and paint your face, and you're gonna have to huddle and hide, and it's like the 10 attack might come from somewhere now, you know. Like sometimes you'll coincidentally cause those kind of situations for people, not coincidentally, if that makes sense, because like you're laying the groundwork, you're creating situations where that kind of stuff is more likely or more possible or can happen. Whereas like if you weren't doing that stuff, maybe you know, the 10 attacks options would be limited. Again, they had a DC, so you can't really compare it that well, but hopefully you can kind of understand the kind of play style or the kind of like tactics that lead to that kind of stuff. When you're doing good with the Splatling and having that kind of control, your teammates can just kind of run around and enjoy the map control that you've gotten for them and the pressure that certain people are feeling and like being pinned down and stuff like that. Which is like ironic because I said the Hydra is the one that like pins people down and stuff like that. Well, it is true the Hydra does like pin people more. The Splatling, you know, is better for aggressive versions of that. I should say the heavy, sorry, not the Splatling. And Frank's on the other team again. And what do we have here? Okay, so we have an E-Leader? No, we have a regular Charger. Okay. Deal with this rush, yeah. I'm going to deal with this rush specifically. This person's hurt. Just getting out of there. God forbid a random Mingzuka would come right there. I just wanted to not be there as well as I ran away. So I got behind cover as fast as I could. Then again, that partial charge right there, that swim strafing let me run up and punish that person like I would with a normal gun. Ooh, nice kill, Frank. Bum, 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 bum. Use bomb range disruptors and ruin my day. I don't know. Alright, so in my experience, one of the things that is hardest to deal with using the bomb range disruptor stuff is Splatlings. The longer range Splatlings are like my hardest matchup because, you know, you disrupt me and I kind of don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, maybe in a little bit I'll have to spend a little bit longer recharge, but it's just like, I still am sitting on this charge, and like, alright, if you really want to come challenge me, like, go for it. There we go. That pain up there for that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and control here. Oh boy. I don't want to be by that wall when it goes away since I know that they wanted my head right there. That scared me. Ooh, man. That was unfortunate. Right there. Lock in the one spat. Yeah. It's true. It's just, when there's, like, when we're fighting a good Splatling and he's just, like, in a good position, it's just, it can be the most difficult because he makes me unable to do my thing. That game went down like that. A little bit of water is nice. We're starting to approach the hour mark, and I was dealing with my stream and stuff being problematic earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna play one more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one on YouTube. Again, sorry if it's a little bit shorter today, and sorry for all the technical issues earlier. I did my best. Also, sorry for wearing the shirt because I feel like the shirt makes me look fat. Like it looks to me like I have man tits and stuff. I mean, I'm not like in the best shape, but like, It's weird. There's like indents. I don't like it. Whatever. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and play one more, and hopefully I've been able to kind of convey my thoughts and then demonstrate them about how to move with Splatling, about how to paint and support with Splatling, about how to get picks with Splatling, about how to operate in close range situations when they happen with Splatling, and hopefully I've shown some of the quirks as well with heavy in particular, with, you know, like the safety walls and the painting and the using ink strike and moving up with your teammates and using the ink strike as soon as your teammates start to push up past your ability to help. You just drop a bomb on them. It's a pretty good like kind of like flowchart for learning it at first. And also, like I said, go into training mode, test out the left right movement and stuff like that. Get some more support, have someone size me. Like definitely go in the training mode, try the left right thing with the triggers to learn how to swim strafe, get some of that timing down. Maybe like when I first learned Splatlings, when I first realized that left right thing is how movement works with Splatlings, how swim strafing works with Splatlings. I made a brand new account. Well, I already had a brand new account that was like at level 10. But you can just just hack a Smurf down to level 10 now. Like honestly, like if you're learning a new weapon, I'm totally fine with that. I'm just not fine with people going and using their mains of perfect gear and just fucking up C ranks and keep. I don't want you to do that. But if you want to make a C minus 0 account to try Splatlings and just try to run around and swim strafe more than what's needed, just to get the feel for it down, go for it. Like that's how I learned Splatlings. I started with C minus 0 with Zimmy. I went all the way up to S plus. And that worked out for me. That's how I started learning, and then I just started improving from there. Because like once you get like that muscle memory and that little bit of confidence, that's all you kind of need. And that's what I did with Splatling. And I'm gonna go this way. And I need to learn a better opening route with heavy apparently because it didn't go so well. Let's see if I can get a cheeky angle right over here. Nope. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use my position to throw up a wall for my teammate. Kill Frank. And my teammate did not go with me. Okay, well that's fine. Wait, he did. I don't know what he's doing. But we're gonna... Oh god! Alright, so yeah, that wasn't what I was going for. If you spin your camera around like this, it helps you paint better so your droplets don't land on each other. Just a little tip I have, just kind of move yourself in a little circle there. It paints more efficiently. That's an L3D. Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm banned from all turns. Bad jump. Yeah, I do want to point out that if I'd been a little bit more that death I had the 10 tech before that respawn, where like I went for like jump and everything like that. Again, the jumping is like when you're starting to be able to learn how to jump, you're getting better with Splatling movement. There was this. I haven't really been substrafing, so maybe this last like minute I should try to like utilize substrafes more. But substrafing is just using your sub weapon to cancel your momentum and then start swimming again. Again. And that's I'm kind of going for a mini maneuver right there. I'd have more bullets if I was a mini to jump and kill those guys. But if you're more prepared, you can definitely implement jumps into your movement, and jumps are great. And then like substrafing is really good, which is just changing your momentum like this. We can't do shit. Yeah, and I guess I'll fire up training mode real quick and just show off some substrafing, or whatever. I don't know what the fuck my teammates were doing in that game, but yeah. I real quick just show that off, and then I'll go ahead and end the stream. Substrafing is really good for Splatlings. It's not. Oh, we had a DC. That makes sense. substrafing isn't that needed for Splatlings because, like, remember what I said before? How like if you don't let go of the left trigger, you fire one bullet and start moving. You can strafe quickly like that. It just is slower than substrafing. It's just substrafing is a version of swim strafing that you use when you don't want to fire off bullets. So it's like you trade off your ability to shoot for your ability to move a little bit faster, if that makes sense. So we'll go ahead and just show that off real quick. Again, it's the left trigger hold, right trigger hold, left trigger release, right trigger release, hold, hold, release, release, hold, hold, release, release, and then you figure out, you know, that pattern for yourself. That's like the 101 learning how to play Splatlings. That is the first thing you should do. If you want to play Splatlings, you should get in the training mode and do that. Substrafing is a little bit harder to explain. So you're swimming around, and you hold down the sub button. You let go of the swim button, and you hit the swim button again. So it's actually kind of similar to the swim strafing stuff, which is why it's not that hard. If you actually know how to, there's your mess up. Once you know how to play Splatlings, substrafing is actually kind of easy because it's a really similar hand motion. But instead of holding down the right trigger, you hold down the sub button. So you know you swim strafe like this, and you sub strafe. It's just you do the same thing but faster. So that whole press, press, release, release thing, if you start doing it really fast like this, the sub weapon button is faster. Although it still is pretty fast with Splatling. See how like this is fast, right? But with your sub weapon, it's technically a little bit faster. And then also at the same time though, doing it with the right trigger, to just make yourself appear, you know, might be actually better because on their screen, if they see you stand up, they might try to shoot more than if you're just kind of like doing this in the ground. And again, this is like more useful for like blasters and stuff, but it's just so nice with Splatlings. Sometimes you like run up around a corner and then you jump back behind the corner and then you jump out and like kill them. You know, you can definitely bait some stuff. Or like do like a double dash or whatever. It's nice, and again, it's not that needed when you have like swim strafing, but this is technically the fastest way to change momentum in your ink if you do it perfectly timed. And I've just been doing it more. But yeah, that is a stream. Hopefully, especially Frank. Hopefully you can kind of get a feel for this weapon more. It's really fun. I definitely recommend it. And you know, anyone else who's watching, maybe you know, try out Vanilla Heavy because it's a fun gun. So let's figure out who we're gonna host. I am going to be doing some cool conference calls with some people about some Splatoon stuff. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll be able to talk about that later. And then I'm going to be doing some practice later with my team. So that's also fun. And yeah, figure out who we're going to host. So puts scrim, Fuzzy is scrimmin', Power is scrimmin'. Power has the least views out of that like scrim going on, so we're gonna go ahead and host Power. So everybody, join Power. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And that was the sound from his stream.